Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for being here. I hope you're all doing well. Today's pick a card reading is an interesting one. We are going to see what is the person who is on your mind secretly dying to tell you. And when I say like your person or the person who is on your mind, that does not necessarily mean that you are in a relationship with them. In fact, most of my readings are geared towards singles, like somebody who, like you guys wondering about somebody, okay? Like that you're somewhat like involved with or feeling connected to, or, and you're wondering what's going on. Okay, and in this video, I am using a deck that I just made, so that's exciting. Okay. And don't forget, if you guys would like to book a personal reading to get even more in-depth info on what is going on with this person on your mind, feel free to book a personal reading with me. Just make sure that you read my terms of services in my description box. And if you agree, after you make your payment, just make sure to send me your email either through my email or through the message section in PayPal or Cash App. Okay. And with all that being said, in front of me, I have 3 different options, each with a different image. Choose the one that really calls out to you. This is group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, let's get started. Hey, group number 1. Okay, so what are they secretly dying to tell you? Okay, so the first card that flew out is I lie awake and think about what we could be. Okay, so yeah, if you are wondering if you're on this person's mind, I'm seeing that you are, because they are lying awake thinking about you. And with that, I feel like you are probably the last person on their mind before they go to sleep, as well as the first one when they wake up. That's the vibe that I get from that. The next card that flew out is I'm not ready to tell you how I feel. Okay, so that explains, you feeling this connection to this person and wondering, like, why am I not, hearing from them? Why is there no action being taken? Is this person really feeling the same, or are they not? And I'm seeing that they are, but I feel like, when it comes to emotions like this, like they said, they're not ready to tell you how they feel. Okay, so let's see what else this person is dying to tell you. Okay, so they say, how can we make things right? Okay, so there's definitely more to the story here. So it appears like your person, this could also be what's holding them back. So the person on your guys' mind who chose this pile, it seems like you guys were already involved with each other and something went down, and now it's like, even though they still feel connected to you and still have emotions for you, it's like this person, they're definitely hesitating when it comes to communicating, okay? I feel like they don't want to make the wrong, like they don't want to say the wrong thing, What else is group 1's person dying to tell them? So, yeah, okay, so we have my no communication card. So that again just confirms that this person is definitely, like that you two aren't in communication, or if you are, it's very little. So what else are they dying to tell my group 1? Okay, so we have a few cards that just flew out. Okay, so they say, I can read you better than you think. Interesting. This person's kind of cryptic. I feel like, with that card, that's definitely saying like you may think like you're getting a read on your person, and you are, by checking out these videos, tapping into your own intuition, but that's saying like this person's also getting a read on you. So that's interesting. That doesn't necessarily mean like, they're checking out these videos, but like maybe if they know about them, But even more so, it's kind of like, you know, people just kind of know, like through vibes, like if somebody's still interested or not, you know. Then they say, I'm so tempted by you. Okay, interesting. So, you know, I feel like this person, it's almost like this connection between you two kind of has this feeling of like, oh man, like when things are going great, they're like amazing. And when they're not, like watch out. Okay, like I'm getting a lot of passion coming through for this reading, especially with the two reds lining up like that. And I'm feeling like, yeah, they're like, you are definitely a temptation to them. Okay. What's also interesting though is they also, you know, they do say though, how can we make things right? So there is still hope with this person I'm seeing. But it's kind of like right now, they're kind of like, better safe than sorry is what I'm getting with this. Okay. Oh, I can't stand this. Okay, so when the shift means like when, again, like things were going great. It's like you guys were in the flow. Everything was like in sync, you know? And then all of a sudden it's like you're your person. Like somebody like does a 180 and starts acting different. They don't respond. If you do respond, it's like very matter of fact, very businesslike, lack of emotion. And it leaves the other person like, okay, like I can only give so much, you know, I'm not gonna look like a fool. This can't be a one-sided relationship, you know. So that's interesting. So one of you shifted. Okay, so I'm gonna assume it's them because, you know, you're obviously still interested if you're checking this out. But it could be you though. But yeah, so okay, there's definitely a shift, lack of communication, and I'm just kind of getting like, but the desire is still there, the emotion is still there. You know, they lie awake thinking about what you could be. So even if you guys were something, it's like this person's not done with this connection. Okay, what's group one's person secretly dying to tell them? Oh, okay, so we have, you don't want my heart, you just want attention. Okay, so I got that from lyrics to that song. The name of the song has totally left my mind, but I will edit that in. Okay, so, oh, okay. So it's possible this person shifted because they got the impression that you guys didn't really want them for more, okay, than just like attention and ego boost. Yeah, so I feel like it was kind of a protective thing for them to back off. Okay. They're like, yeah, I'm not getting hurt again. And I'm not saying this is true or not, but that's how something gave your person the impression that that's what you guys wanted. Like, kind of them just for clout, basically, you know, like, no, just kind of like, yeah, maybe even like a trophy boyfriend or girlfriend, you know, like that type of feeling. Like there's kind of this is their perception, kind of like a superficial feeling to them. Again, not saying that's true. Okay, you might like attention, you know, and maybe you didn't, there's just something there that made them feel like this didn't have the depth that it deserved. But like, again, they're still connected. They still are emotionally hopeful. So yeah, let's take a look further. What else are they dying to tell you? And again, it could just be their own insecurities coming up, and they could be projecting the past on you. Like if you guys are like, okay, maybe I didn't say how I felt, you know, but yeah, I was in this, you know, that's where the heart, like a heart-to-heart conversation would have to come in, because this is their perception. And like I said, like they could be projecting their past hurt onto you. Interesting. Then we have them say, I'm not sure how I feel about you. Okay, so that kind of changes things a bit. So even if like initially you guys might have came across like, oh, you know, you're not in this for real, you're in it for whatever reason, it's kind of like they got in a super protective mode, shifted. You guys had this lack of communication, a disconnect, yet you guys are still connected as far as like you're both interested, like, you know, with the I lie awake thinking about you card. But then we have, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about you. So we have two cards that are kind of like, I don't know now. And it's almost like they hurt themselves, like due to whatever came up for them that they didn't voice and just clear with you is what I'm seeing with that. Interesting. Okay, so what else is group one's person? What are they secretly dying to tell them? Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have you guys are connected on the 5D. So like you guys, you know, regardless of a shift, regardless of the lack of communication, it's like you guys are still like have this like telepathic connection to each other. Like you guys, you know what each other are feeling and thinking, and they, you know, I feel like deep down you both still want this, but again, with that shift and like the no communication, and this person's just kind of playing into them feeling like they don't know what they feel, but I feel like they do still feel for you. You know, they're showing up as somebody who does wonder like, how can we make this right? They're confusing themselves and then they act like they're not ready to talk. But you guys definitely have a connection though to each other. And I feel like that is also why they say that they can read you better than you think. Okay, so what else is this person secretly dying to tell you? They say, I replay memories of you over and over in my mind. Yeah, okay, like this person is not moving on, regardless of how they're acting or the lack of communication. Like this person is still like highly connected. Your guys' energy is so connected. That's why neither one of you can move on. Okay, what else is group one's person dying to tell them? Okay, this one wanted to fly out. Yeah, okay, so we have, I have never felt this way about anyone. Right, okay, I'm glad the truth came out because I'm like, what do you mean you don't know how you feel about group one? Like, my lie awake thinking about you, this card, and how can we make things work? They're trying to get a read on you as well, and you're connected on the 5D. Like this person is all about you guys, and that's what makes this so confusing. So it's almost like, you know, I feel like they do know how they feel about you. They're just like in denial with themselves, and it's almost like it's safer to act like you don't know than to face it and really, you know, communicate and make things right. Not saying that this person isn't going to, but currently like that's what's going on here. You know, is like this person's just kind of like, I feel like they're making this connection tougher than it needs to be, okay? Like with the shift, no communication, like to me like a heart-to-heart would solve this. You know, you guys can clear the air about this whole thing about, you know, and maybe you guys are wondering too if this person's in it for real, and this could also be your energy, and or you think they just want attention or whatever, you know. But yeah, okay, let's get one more for this group. What is group one's person secretly dying to tell them? Okay. Yeah, okay, this is a good one to end it on. There is no escaping you. Everything reminds me of you. Okay, so yeah, that's what I thought, okay? And I feel like, yeah, like I was saying, this person definitely has feelings for you. They're also in denial though, as far as like, you know, just how deep these feelings really are. But I feel like, again, with the right communication and clearing the air here, that you two could bounce back. Okay, group number one, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number two. Okay, so what are they secretly dying to tell you? Okay, so the first card that flew out is, I'm trying hard to act like not being with you doesn't bother me. Okay, so that's interesting. So if you were wondering, like, you know, does this person, do they still have feelings for me? Do they have feelings, period? I'm seeing with this card that yes, regardless of how they're acting, and it appears to be really tough, that this person definitely still has feelings for you, okay? All right, let's see, what else is group two's person? What are they secretly dying to tell you? Ooh, all right, so this came out boldly. They're saying, this is too risky. Okay, so it's possible that, you know, it's coming through to me for some of you that you could work with this person, okay? And they just feel like, ooh, yeah, like this would be too risky, you know. For others of you, this has been a common theme lately with my group too. Your person could already be with somebody, okay? And it would just rock the boat too much right now, even if they feel connected and, you know, drawn to you physically and emotionally. That's definitely what I'm getting. Like there's a definite magnetic connectedness with my group too, and whoever is on their mind lately. But, you know, this did come out boldly though. They're like, ooh, this is too risky. So let's see what else they have to say. What does my group two's person secretly want to tell them? Okay, they say, I'm not ready to commit. Okay, but what's interesting as far as that goes, okay, so for some of you, you know, this could be somebody who's literally kind of like playing the field, you know, depending on where they're at in life, I feel. But like if this is somebody who, we'll say a more mature energy, then it's about whatever is too risky. Okay, this is interesting though, guys, because this definitely has a feeling of like right now. So it's almost like they're acting like, you know, but in the future, you know, yeah, like you two could be. But okay, let's see what else they have to say. What is group two's person secretly dying to tell them? Definitely kind of putting the brakes on you two right now, which on one hand, you know, maybe that's what you need to hear because you guys are kind of holding on with hope, you know, and I get that. But yeah, it's just kind of like not right now though. Is the message coming through loud and clear? Okay, so we have two that just flew out. Am I the one you want? Okay, so there is a part of them that almost like could be doubting or just wondering. Okay, so that's kind of unclear to them is what I'm seeing with that. So that's interesting. And maybe you two have just never spoke about it, you know, or this is new. So even if you're sure, you know, they're wondering. So that's interesting. The other card that just flew out is I'm with someone right now. Okay, I can't say that I'm surprised because that has definitely been a repetitive theme lately. And yes, I'm going to do another third party you versus them video that is coming still. So stay tuned for that. Okay. And yeah, it lines up right with this is too risky. So for the majority of you, I'm getting that that's what's going on here. For others of you, okay, since it is a general reading, they may or may not be with someone, but they could be committed to something, okay? There's still kind of like something, though, that's too risky right now. Not like permanently, it doesn't have that feeling. You know, take that as you will, but right now. All right, let's see. All right, so what else is group number two's person secretly dying to tell them? I still wonder what we could have been. Okay, so they are definitely still like wondering. Okay. So yeah, whether this is like an ex that it ended with or somebody new but who is with somebody, okay, or even an ex that's with somebody, this person is definitely like still got it in the back of their mind, like this, like, what would my life be like with you? What could we have been, you know? So there is still kind of this like fantasy, daydream type energy coming through of them really like wondering, like, would my life be better with you? is the grass greener with you? Okay, especially if this is a newer, no, either is coming through strong. X, newer energy, it doesn't matter. This person's tied up currently, but you are really on their mind strongly, okay? It's interesting. They're just putting the brakes on this connection right now. Okay, let's see. Okay, next we have, I'm not sure how I feel about you. Interesting. I'm not really getting that though. Like, I feel like this person knows they have feelings, but it's almost like, again, it's like it's too risky for them to actually admit it, even to themselves, given the situation that they're in right now. Okay, let's see what else. Yeah, next we have, there is no escaping you. Everything reminds me of you. Exactly. That's what I thought. Like, you can act all you want, like you don't know how you feel. If that like makes this person feel better, you know, they're able to sleep at night. But like, yeah, you're on their mind strong. And they can't escape you. Everything reminds them of you. They hear a love song, they're thinking of you guys. Okay, let's see. What else does this person want you to know? Okay. I can't believe how this message keeps flying out with like all my videos lately. Okay, so this is the lyric from One Direction. You light up my world like nobody else. Right. Like, we know. That is why. There is no escaping you, okay? Nobody does it like you guys, okay? Nobody crosses this person's mind like you guys do, okay? Oh, they know. They know. That's what I was thinking, like, that doesn't even make sense in your guys' case because, like I said, it's more them feeling better about this whole thing, you know. But, okay, so what else does this person want you to know? Okay. How can we make things right? Interesting. It's interesting that that's coming out because on one hand, I don't necessarily get that they're going to actually take action right now. But at the same time, I feel like this card is definitely acknowledging that they put you kind of in a strange position to be in. And it's like, on one hand, this person, they also feel caught between a rock and a hard place right now, okay? Like, on one hand, they don't want to rock the boat, but at the same time, they don't want to lose you. Yeah. And you know what? It could be that, I feel like, you know, they do kind of have to sort out their feelings and what they want. So that could just simply be also representing like this person really, you know, kind of knowing they have a decision to make and deciding what is it they really want. That's like what's coming through strong with this. Oh, this person says, quit playing. I know you want me. Ooh, okay, interesting. So I feel like they also feel like you guys are trying to act like not being with this person doesn't bother you. Okay, definitely getting a mirroring energy going on here. And this person, they're like, quit playing. I know you want me. But at the same time, they know that, like, you know, again, too risky. So good for you guys for also like, you know, like, I feel like putting a halt to this, you know, until something is done, because it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, you know, like you're both playing it cool right now. But there's definitely, like I said, this magnetic, fiery draw to each other, but with an obstacle. That's like the current theme that keeps showing up for my group number 2s. Okay, so what else do we got? Okay, so we have the best times of my life were with you. And I would even say are with you. Okay, like anytime this person, I feel like either thinks about you, talks to you, sees you, any interaction, it just like, it lights up their world. Okay, like, yeah. There's all this yellow here. So it's like, this person, I feel like they really like, I just feel like they light up inside at the thought of you, you know? And again, I feel like no one does it like you. There's just something unique and special about you guys that choose group number 2 that's got this person like, you know, just like, what? Like dreaming, fantasizing, and just kind of feeling like brand new, you know, like alive again is the feeling I'm getting. So it's almost like, whether it's logical or not, it's really like kind of shaking this person up a bit, you know? And that's why I also feel like they're like, I don't know how I feel about you. I don't know how I feel about this person. I don't know how I feel, period, anymore. Like everything's been shaken up. Okay, so what else do we got? What else do they want to tell you? Ooh, okay, so we have, you don't want my heart, you just want attention. Okay, that's interesting because, okay, I don't honestly get the feeling that this person thinks you wouldn't be in this for real if given the chance for you to. I feel like that is more about, there is a little bit of doubt as far as this person, okay? For some reason, and maybe it's because they know you guys less than this person that they've known, okay, they could be with. Or, you know, it could be different for all of you. It's just almost got this feeling like, ooh, what if I risk it for this person? And what if they're not in it for real? Okay, so this just represents more of the, any little doubt that lingers in their mind. So you kind of feel like a risky option, like one that really ignites this person, but also kind of a riskier bet, you know, like if they were to take a chance on this. And it could be, maybe you do get a lot of attention, you know, and you're just seen as a catch. But I do feel like you guys would be in this for real. Then they say, I'm so tempted by you. Okay, and they feel like you are too, okay? Because those two are right by each other. So interesting. This person is so magnetically drawn to you, okay? They have a lot of desire for you guys. Ooh, but it's seen as to be so risky to them. Then we have, I want you. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Like, under the facade of trying to act not bothered and saying it's too risky and I'm not ready to commit, it's like, and then being with someone. There's no escaping you. You light up the world. The best times of my life are with you. I'm tempted by you. And they flat out want you. Okay, what else does group 2's person want to say? Okay, and then we end it with my mirroring card. Okay, so yeah, like overall, this person and you are playing it cool right now. Like underneath, there's all this temptation, desire, this magnetic draw to each other. You both, I feel like, feel lit up and alive, and you know, everything reminds you both of each other, and you're thinking, if this feels so, you know, amazing, like why can't we be together? But you know, there's definitely something that is in the way, you know, and that's just the way it is right now. And yeah, so I feel like you're both playing it cool and you're both kind of mirroring each other of this kind of like just, it's just got this kind of professional business like feel between you guys now, even though deep down, you know, I see that it's like you both want each other. Okay, group number 2, that's what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys. Hey, group number 3. Okay, so what is your person secretly dying to tell you? Okay, group number 3. So the first 2 cards that flew out are, I feel so connected to you, even when we're not together. Okay, so yeah, the person who's on your mind, they still feel deeply connected to you guys. You know, it doesn't matter if you guys are in contact or see each other or not, okay? This person feels connected. Then they say, I lie awake and think about what we could be. Okay, so this person, you know, they're dreaming, they're imagining, they're fantasizing, they're all caught up. and wondering about you too, regardless of how they're acting. All right, so let's see what else are they secretly dying to tell you. Okay, so they say, too much is at stake for me to pursue this. Okay. So that's definitely the current energy as of right now. So let's take even a look further at that. Okay, they say things are complicated right now. So I feel like, you know, that's kind of like why, due to whatever is going on in their life, they're like, too much is at stake for me to pursue this. Okay, they've got some complicated stuff going on. Okay, let's see. What else are they dying to tell you? They say we should let sleeping dogs lie. So that is a saying that is saying like, you know, we should just let this be and like move on is what I'm seeing with that. Interesting. I wasn't expecting such a blunt message. Then they say, I still wonder what we could have been. So, okay. It's almost like this person feels like, it's got that feeling of like, they feel like the right thing to do is to let this connection go, but at the same time, I still see that they feel connected to you. They lie awake thinking about you, and that's why your guys' energy is still tied up in each other, even if you feel too that you should move on. And then they say, I still wonder what we could have been. So like their mind still keeps going back to you, regardless if they feel like this is the right decision. Okay, so what else does group 3's person secretly want to tell them? Ooh, okay. So this person's really torn, given the cards that are flying out. So on one hand, we have quit playing, I know you want me, which is like what they're doing as well. Like they too, I feel like want you on like deep down. But it's like on this other hand, it's kind of like they're like, all right, you know, like we should just move on. Huh. Then we have the shift. So my shift card is like, you know, 1 minute everything seems to be flowing and going amazing between you guys and you both feel in sync and like, you know, just like everything is awesome. And then all of a sudden it's like somebody like shifts, does a 180 and, you know, doesn't respond the same way or doesn't respond at all. And it's kind of like it leaves the other person like, okay, like now what, you know, like, so, okay, there definitely was something, and you know what, it could, depending on everybody's situation is going to be different. It's a general reading, but it could have to do with whatever's going on in your person's life right now, and they feel like the best thing would be to just like move on. But again, that makes it tough though, because their energy is still tied up with you guys. They're still wondering about what you guys could have been. Yeah, in fact, we have 2 cards saying that. So this person's like really wondering. What is group 3's person secretly dying to tell them? So you have a very torn person. You guys could be equally as torn. Often the energy is very mirroring between people. Okay, then they say I'm not ready to commit. So as far as that goes, I'm not necessarily getting like a Knight of Wands player, you know, I'm not getting that energy with your person. Again, general reading. For some of you, they could be like that. I feel like you would know though, okay? But as far as this person goes, it keeps going back. Like it's just highlighted here that there's something going on in this person's life that they're like, there's too much. There's too much going on and they shifted. You could have even shifted. You both could have, you know, again, there's a mirroring energy going on. Some of you, okay, now it is kind of coming to me. I do feel like some of them aren't ready to commit. You'll know though, you'll know like who you're dealing with here. But yeah, like that's what they're saying though. Wow, group 3, this is way more blunt than I was expecting. What is group 3's person secretly dying to tell them? Say they want to kiss you. Okay, interesting. So, and that's under the quit playing, I know you want me. So they're playing the same thing as you are. Like both of you after this shift, I feel like somewhat still want each other, but at the same time are both trying to move on. And that's why, you know, this whole thing is conflicting, because it's like when your energy is tied up, it's like you don't have room to move on. Group 3, who are you dealing with? This is a very confused person, I see. It's almost like they talk themselves in and out of this connection. Like one minute they do feel overwhelmed. That's legit. That's not even them just saying it. But on the other hand, it's almost like, how much is their choice and how much is what's going on? Like they want you, but is it enough to commit? Because, and it's not you guys, it's them. It's where they're at in life. Yeah, and they say, I'm so tempted by you. We could be dealing with a bit of Knight of Wands energy. Like a friends with benefits fling thing. But again, you know, it's going to be different. It's possible for some of you it has nothing to do with what I just said. You know, player Knight of Wands, but more to do with, again, this person they do have this overwhelmed feeling currently. And yet, you know, it's kind of like when their mind eases up, or, you know, just thinking about you makes them feel better. Then they think, oh yeah, like you, oh my gosh, like I want to kiss you. I'm so tempted by you, you know. But then I feel like then reality hits and this person, they do this shift again, you know. So maybe you guys, you might have some on again, off again communication going on, and that could be why this is so back and forth. This person is so confused. And then they say no one compares to you. Okay, so yeah, they know you're a catch. So them not committing doesn't have to do with that. It's what's going on with them, I see. All right, so what else does group 3's person secretly, what are they secretly dying to tell them? Okay, this is interesting. So then my card, you don't want my heart, you just want attention, came out. So I feel like this person's kind of projecting that onto you guys. Okay, I feel like this person is all about attention, followers, you know, clout and all that. And I feel like they're projecting that onto you guys. I mean, yeah, you guys, you could have a lot of followers, you could get a lot of attention, but I feel like you guys were, you know, in this for real. Again, some of you could be the Knight of Wands, and maybe you weren't ready to commit, and this person's not necessarily wrong, you know, that maybe you just wanted kind of attention and a good time, you know. But it's interesting that you're still checking this out, so it's kind of like you were still like, on one hand, you still would have wanted more of something from this person, but like, I feel like this kind of like their energy though. Or maybe you both are. This is interesting, group 3. You'll have to let me know. Like, I'm getting a lot of like projecting going on. Like, this person I feel like is about attention and an ego boost, and yet they think you are. So that's interesting. And maybe you are somewhat, you know? So maybe you're both not ready to commit. You guys, you'll have to let me know in the comments, like, what is going on with you and this person. Okay, group number 3, this is what I see for you guys. If this resonates, let me know in the comments. And if it does, don't forget to give it a like. All right, bye guys.